I want to harp on training.
Mm.
So I want to get a little bit deeper in there. So, what do you guys foresee? Like, what training is coming up that's relevant to bullhorn and maybe bullhorn for earfish that you guys are gearing up for and getting excited about, and like how are you enabling, and maybe like what you've seen from enablements of other of customers that you've implemented. Like, what kind of stuff is exciting for y'all from a training perspective, especially regarding automation now.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's a really challenging time for training, and I think we ourselves have had to be adapt really quickly because particularly here in the UK and Europe, we'd always want to spend some real time on site with people, right?
Yeah.
As we're implementing them, and we can't do that at the moment. So, but what's good is we've always been set up to deliver good quality remote training on go live, on admin sessions, on SME sessions, or on bullhorn modules. Um, our approach is always when we're implementing any tool to if we can get directly involved with the end users as they're going live on it, and I think complement that with good admin knowledge on any tool. Um, Especially if they're a larger organization or a geographically dispersed organization, try and get those champions and SMEs involved early on. Make sure that they can define the training session and be our kind of helpers on the go live. I think specifically with the automation, we're always our approach at Kyloe is always to train do bespoke training based on your processes and what you've implemented. So if you have got automations, if you have spoken and spent time with us about your processes, we're going to make sure that we deliver you a training session that reflects that and is geared towards the kind of work that you do. We don't really do kind of scripted generic training. Specifically with automation, specifically with Herefish, the idea is really just to do work on how to use the tool, how to build within the tool, set you up and start you off. So start to kind of do collaborative work. It's very similar to how we've trained on other bullhorn modules, where we think if we build something with you, you'll learn, and then you'll have something to take away as well. And then also just making sure that end users are comfortable with those automations and that tool when we leave them with it. I think the other thing on training, which we take as a kind of philosophy through everything that we implement, is that at go live we don't just leave you. At that point you do have the support network of the tools that you've purchased, and you have resources available to you both through support and online. But we think it's important when we're implementing CRM or Herefish just to have post go live like hours and time to manage that transition, because when anything is implemented, those first 3 months are key, right? People need to that things will come up as a result of the implementation. There will be more questions, and I think from a kind of end user perspective, if you don't have buy-in, if you don't get people using the tool and seeing that return on investment in those first few months, you lose your window a little bit. So we find it really important to kind of manage that transition so that you're not just left at go live. You have the opportunity to ask questions from the organization that helped implement and made the decisions along with your project team of why it does the things that it does, before kind of slowly helping you go off into the world of support and flying on your own, I suppose.